Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Can You Reach the Summit? We are in week number 5 of our Explore the Summit series this fall, where we're previewing each of our member institutions, and this part is called Can You Reach the Summit Trivia Game Show, where we ask some student athletes some questions and get to know them a little bit better. We are joined by Brookelyn Dew today. She is a soccer player at North Dakota State University. Welcome to the show, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, thank you. Hi, my name is Brookelyn Dew. I am from Fargo. I'm a senior this year. I'm studying psychology. I graduate in December and will be pursuing a master's in business. And yeah.
Nice. Are you going to stick around NDSU then for the master's, or?
Yep.
So you were Fargo through and through. Was there was there any option to go outside of Fargo for school, or were you always NDSU? That's where I'm going to do my studying.
I looked at other places within the conference, and I looked Division II, like locally kind of, but right. NDSU was always the end goal for me. I grew up going to the soccer games, going to the camps every summer. I always wanted to be out on that field, and so I'm just happy that I ended up here. It's been great.
Absolutely. That's cool that you were able to have that dream from an early age and see it through. So congrats on that. Let's get to why you're here, though, and that's to answer some trivia questions and see if you can reach the summit. So we'll do that and get things going to question number 1. In 1922, NDSU discontinued the use of this nickname after adopting Bison as its new moniker. Was it A, Buffaloes, B, Aggies, C, Thunder, or D, Pioneers?
It's B, Aggies. Back in the agriculture days.
So you were pretty confident that
you
knew that
I knew that one.
Didn't trick anybody there. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But we're going to move on to number 2 and see if I can. I think this might be your true-false question. It is. All right. Thunder, NDSU's mascot, was named after an animated series called Thundar the Barbarian from the early 1980s. Is that true or false?
No, I have no clue how that originated, but that could be right, so I'm going to go with true.
Yes. Well, you're off to a good start. It is true, and if it ages me or not, I will tell you that I might have seen an episode or 2 of that in the 1980s. It's kind of like a He-Man series, but we'll move along. This isn't about me, it's about you. So, all right, moving on. Question number 3, your final one on NDSU and its campus. So before relocating to the north end of campus in the 1950s, Dakota Field, where the soccer team plays, was located in the middle of campus between these 2 buildings. Was it A, Churchill Hall and Saris Hall, B, Menard Hall and the heating plant, C, Shepherd Arena and Quentin Burdick Building, or D, Old Main and the main library? Any idea on this one?
This is a complete guess too. I have no idea. Maybe A?
Your guesses are spot on right now.
This is my lucky day.
Seriously, I've stumped you twice, but I haven't stumped you because you're a good guesser. Hey,
no kidding.
It's all about being a good test taker, and
yes.
You are successful at that. All right, we're putting campus behind because I thought that's usually where I stump people, so you should feel really proud of yourself.
I thought I had no chance. I got really lucky.
Moving on. It is time for pop culture. Let's see what you know here. Did you watch Tiger King?
Yep, I did, unfortunately.
Right. What is Joe Exotic's real name?
Oh.
Is it A, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage, B, Joseph Maldonado Carroll, C, Joseph Passage Allen Maldonado, or D, Joseph Allen Baskins?
It's not B or D.
What gave those away?
Carol Baskin.
Can't get anything by you.
The last one was A, so let's try C. No.
They failed you that time.
Dang it. Okay, A.
A is correct.
There we go.
Joe Exotic, the guy who was in all of our hearts in April or March or whenever that was. But
What a guy.
I watched it too, yeah. What's the new thing? What's your new Netflix binge right now?
Ooh, I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries. So kind of that. I don't know. I get into whatever comes out. So some of my teammates are actually dressing up as like Tiger King for Halloween and Carol Baskin. Like they have all the costumes already. It's gonna be great.
Oh wow, they're getting ready. It's still 4 weeks away, so that's impressive. Not sure what Halloween's gonna look like during a pandemic, but hopefully
agreed.
Some fun can be had and people can stay healthy. So good stuff. All right. U.S. geography. This is a nod to your first name. The Brooklyn Bridge connects the borough of Brooklyn to which other borough of New York City? Is it A, Manhattan, B, Staten Island, C, the Bronx, or D, Queens?
I don't know geography whatsoever. So let's try D.
It's not Queens.
A.
It is A, Manhattan. So you're
dang.
Another good guess. You got 450 through 5, so you're well on your way to a really good score. Have you ever been to New York City?
I have not, and we were supposed to go this fall, so kind of disappointing that COVID happened. We were supposed to go there
for
soccer.
Or family. Game?
Yeah, we were gonna play in Buffalo as a team. So
Buffalo's cool. It's Niagara Falls is a sight to see. If it's not on your bucket list, it should be.
Definitely is.
Yeah, and I've been in New York City. It's really cool too. So should put that one on there as well. Travel, like, is it something that you've done a lot? Have you seen a lot of places outside of Fargo?
Yeah, I have. The furthest I've been is Italy. I went on a school pilgrimage to Rome for like 2 weeks.
Nice.
That's probably the furthest I've been, and I loved every second of it. I'd go back in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Rome was cool. I got to go to Rome with a men's basketball team I worked with a few years back, and it was definitely a trip to remember. So cool. Glad that you got to get outside of the country. Not everybody gets that opportunity. So that is pretty cool. So we're halfway through. You have 450 points, which you're on pace to put together one of the top scores we've had. No pressure. But,
it could go so far downhill still.
We'll see how the second half goes. We're getting into some Summer League history, some NDSU women's soccer history, some own self history. There's a know your coach question mixed in there.
Oh,
so
good.
You see how much you know Coach Regan. So we'll move on. Question number 6. The Summer League, originally called the Association of Mid-Continent Universities, was founded more than 30 years ago. In what year? A, 1985, B, 1993, C, 1982, or D, 1988?
I know it's one of the 80s.
Yeah,
I think it was mentioned earlier, actually. Maybe it wasn't, but let's go with 1985, A.
Not 1985.
D. No. Well, I'm going with my gut and going with C, but it's going to be really embarrassing if it's the 90s. And I was so confident that it was the 80s. Okay,
well,
good.
You should be confident. It was. I gave that one away in the that it was in 1993, so you can eliminate that one right away. 30 years ago, so.
Yeah.
You were right. You caught on to that, but okay, 500. That was something a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get back on track here. This is a question about yourself. All right. You have 4 career goals. Which of these non-conference opponents have you not scored a goal against? See how memorable your goal scoring is. Was it A, Vermont, B, Eastern Washington, C, Utah Valley, or D, Northern Iowa?
I know I scored against Vermont, UNI. Ooh. I had an assist at Eastern Washington, I think. I don't think I scored. Let's go with B.
You know your stat line. That's impressive.
Yep.
That was good. Didn't know if that one would throw you off or not, but Eastern Washington. That's why I picked him. He had an assist in that game. So
Yep. To
good
Elise
process.
Huber.
Yeah, she
Do
had
it.
11 goals for you guys last year. She was
Yep.
quite the goal scorer.
Yes.
All right, this is a Coach Regan question. Hopefully he doesn't get mad and make you run some sprints or something. All right, which Big Ten school was Coach Regan an assistant at before taking over the NDSU program in January of 2018? Was it
Easy one.
Purdue,
Indiana, he would say. Indiana. Ah.
Didn't even have to get through them. It was that one was kind of if you probably, since you were with the program when he came on, and that was probably.
I can just hear him saying it in my head with his accent.
What do you like about Coach Regan, playing for him, and just how he's kind of got the program going over the last couple of years?
You know, my favorite thing about him is how he's so relationship based. He really just takes pride in like forming relationships with every player, making sure that we are covered in any needs that we have, soccer wise, academic wise, anything. He's just been a really good addition to this program since the minute he stepped in. He's brought in a bunch of competitive players, and he's really just sent us on the up and up. So it's very exciting to see where he'll end up in the next couple of years too with future teams.
Absolutely. Good stuff. And I know it's a program, obviously, growing up in Fargo, that means a lot to you, and now you're a part of it, and hopefully good continued success for you guys. All right, 700 points. That's a good total. You got a couple left. Let's see if we can really climb to the top here and reach the summit. Question number 9. You were credited with an assist on the game-winning goal versus Western Illinois last year. You remember the final score of that game? Was it A 2-1, B 3-2, C 3-1, or D 1-0?
I'm pretty sure it was 2-1.
You sure is right.
Yeah.
Didn't have to guess on that one.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Last year 3-2 in the league. Had just missed out on getting back to the league tournament. So what's the end goal here for when you guys resume in the spring to get back to playing at the top of the league?
Obviously, the end goal is to make that tournament, win the tournament, get to the NCAA tournament. We practice every single day like we have a game coming up. So I'm really excited to get on the field and play somebody other than my own teammates. But It's always been the goal for me that since I've gotten here that I wanted to get to the NCAA tournament. I was at that game in 2010 when I think that was the last time that we've made first round of the NCAA tournament.
Gotcha. So. 2010. So you were how old in 2010? What grade were you in? You remember?
Middle school. Middle school, 6th grade maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though. That's a neat story. Just growing up in Fargo and getting to play for the college team, and not a lot of kids get to live that. So that's really neat. All right, 800 points. No pressure, but I think a correct answer here might be the top female student athlete score. So
yes.
All right, let's go. The final question. How many regular season Summit League women's soccer titles has NDSU won since joining the league in 2008-09? Is it A3, B0, C5, or D2?
I know of at least 2, and I don't think that we won regular season that year that they went to the tournament. But there could be another one that I don't know about. I'll try 2.
Not 2.
Okay. 3?
It is.
Dang it.
Should
have gone with that first.
The good news, though, is I think that still has you on top of the female student athlete chart.
Good.
And
love it.
I think even better news with Tony Uckelberg's score of 825, the Bison are now at the top with 1,700 total points. So
yes,
4 more schools to go, but you guys are holding on there. And I haven't decided yet what we're going to do at the end to kind of decide the overall champion, but this is kind of the regular season, and you guys are at the top of the standings right now, so you can hang your hat on that for now. Hey, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, just getting to know you a little bit better and learning about your story and your journey and all the good things that are going on in Fargo. I hope, fall has been crazy and last spring was crazy. Everything's crazy in 2020, but hopefully you guys stay healthy up there and we see you on the pitch a little
Yep.
later this spring and get that fall campaign in 2021 style. So thanks again, Brooklyn. That was a lot of fun and best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.